Hello everyone and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on the Sony PlayStation 3. I am OneWildSheep yet again, and today we're going to continue on with Monstro and take on a couple of boss battles, believe it or not folks. So let's head into Chamber 4 and let the story unfold a bit more.
Why do you still care about that boy? He has all but deserted you for the Keyblade and his new companions, after all.
I don't care about him. I was just messing with him a little.
Oh, really? Of course you were. Beware the darkness in your heart. The heartless prey upon it.
Mind your own business.
Riku! What's the matter with you? What are you thinking? Don't you realize what you're doing?
I was about to ask you the same thing, Sora. You only seem interested in running around and showing off that Keyblade these days. Do you even want to save Kairi?
I do.
Well, looks like something's unfolding, so let's save the game real quick, and we're about to fight a very, very annoying boss battle. This boss battle I despise. I hated him when I first fought this game. Fought this game? Yeah, I literally fought the disc. I punched the disc right in its face. Basically, this boss fight is awkward. I'll explain more when we actually get to fight it.
You up for this?
No problem. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Parasite Cage. This boss fight is an obnoxious boss because his main attack is he flails. That's all the boss does. It just flails. It's awful to try and manage because his attacks seem to come out random. He does have a couple of moves on him, but he doesn't really do much for this first round. We do have 2 rounds against this guy. So what I recommend is summon Genie and just shoot a lot of magic attacks at him just to start the fight off. This way, you know, you'll be able to do a lot of damage real quick and just get a nice kickstart with the battle. And from it, as you can see in the background as well, even Riku is going to be fighting alongside us. Now Riku, he does nothing. He's a waste of space. And the only bit of advice I can give you for this boss battle is to just wail on him. Just jump and flail. Just take a page out of his book. He flails at you, so flail at him. Be sure you use your healing whenever you get low on health, and you should be able to get through this just fine. If you're under-leveled, though, this will be your worst nightmare. And although this looks easy right now, trust me, things are going to get a lot harder real quick, especially when we reach the second phase, which I'm not going to spoil everything about. Actually, I don't think he has any other moves other than flailing in this first phase, so you don't really have to worry. Just whenever you can, shoot him from a range or go up in his face and just try and time your attacks. Because if you can time your attacks just right, you can parry the Parasite Cage, which will stop him from flailing, go blah, and you'll gain some extra experience points that can help you level up. That's all there is to the fight, really, though. Just hope you don't die, really. I mean, Don and Goofy, expect them to die really quick, though, because obviously they die in just about every boss battle there is in this game anyway, but they can be a nightmare to deal with. This boss fight can be a nightmare, but just keep at it, and you'll get through just fine. But when he starts to go like this, he will go a bit invulnerable. I don't exactly know what that move does, however. I think he just yeah, actually I have no idea what he does. He just sort of bends over and that's it. Anyway, with that, that is Act 1 of Parasite Cage completed. Not too bad a boss, just very awkward. Yay, Goofy learned Chia. Now, Chia is actually a very, very good ability you can have for Goofy. Because as time goes on, both Donald and Goofy will earn the ability called Chia. And what this will do, well, it'll increase the length of time that you can use your summon abilities. If you have... Basically, they'll cheer you on, your summons will last longer. You want it. You want Chia. But anyway, I'm going to equip some skills onto these characters right now. Like that tornado skill for Goofy, which is... Oh, it's delicious. Oh, it's not a load of bloated wind or anything like that. It's actually a very good move. He just all spins around and flails around and destroys everything in the vicinity when he uses it. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, for beating Parasite Cage, our reward is...
Pinocchio! Pinocchio! Please, give me back my son!
Sorry, old man. I have some unfinished business with this puppet.
He's no puppet. Pinocchio is my little boy.
He is unusual. Not many puppets have hearts. I'm not sure, but maybe he can help someone who's lost theirs.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Kyrie?
What do you care about her?
You know, I really grow to hate Riku at this point in the game. Anyways, as I was saying before the cutscene distinguished me, the entire cavern's gonna be changed up a little bit, so now we can actually platform a bit higher, and we also earn the ability called High Jump, which, if you hold down the circle button, you jump freaking high in the sky. Is ridiculous, actually. And you're gonna want to use this to get round, and there's actually a summon you can actually find inside this here mouth, which is one of the more helpful summons in the game, I believe, but I don't really use it all that much. And if you want to gain a little bit extra distance with your jumps, you can also try and swing your Keyblade at the last second, which will give you just a little bit more momentum. Just a little bit more momentum to reach the edge of the arena. Oh yes. Anyway, just go over here, and there's quite a few collectibles we can actually collect in this cavern now, as opposed to collectibles we can ignore, you know. So, it's just be sure to explore as much as you can around here before moving on to the next area, which is actually that second doorway above the doorway we first entered. Doorways! It's starting to look like a Monsters Inc. episode here. Actually, Monsters Inc. was Disney Pixar, wasn't it? So, hey, it's still relevant. Anyway, let's just continue searching around. That water gleam is the next summon. I'm not going to spoil what that summon is. All I'm going to say is, it is awesome, and you don't want to miss out on it. Although, if you play this game like most people do, and like I normally do, you'll never use the summons, because at the end of the day, the summons aren't the most useful thing in the world. I mean, they exist, they're there if you really want them, but you don't need them. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm going the exact wrong way to get through this cavern right now, so what you want to actually do is actually jump up onto the boat by here, and there should be a way you can just simply jump across to the next area. There we go. Alley-oop! And we can move on to the top pathway, which will actually lead us into the final boss of this world, actually. We're almost done with Monstro! Yes! I really hate this level. It's too mazy, it's just... ugh. It makes me not feel good. Of course, as soon as you enter this room, you are going to get ambushed by a lot of Heartless, and if you want that Trinity on the ground, well... good luck. If you want a Trinity on the ground, you have to kill every Heartless in the area. And I think I'm actually going for that right now, which is why this goes on for a little bit longer than it needs to. But this entire section is a very short platforming section. If you were to skip all the Heartless, you'll be out of this room in about 10 seconds. It's completely optional. And my biggest complaint with this room is, every time I swing the Keyblade, it sort of bounces off the top of these platforms that are above me. So I'm just like, damn it! I want to hit him! Why won't you let me? And honestly, it's just a pain. Absolute pain to deal with. Of course, Simba's here to save the day, so... let's just see if we can clear out some Heartless using his ultra awesome move. But yeah, as you can see, now that I use Chia, Simba's summon gauge is actually up higher, which means I can do more damage with him. Assuming these Ghost Heartless, which are absolutely awful, don't decide to go, you can't catch me, I'm disappearing now, man. You know, as ghosts do. Anyway, that's what I call a bowel movement. This time to go and head on up to fight the boss. which, for the most part, the boss fight is literally the same as the boss we fought earlier on in this video, but he's had a couple of new tricks up his sleeve, and he has a new element which will really, really mess you up in a fight, which I'll explain in a minute.
Hey! Let Pinocchio go, Riku!
A puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi. How about it, Sora? Let's join forces to save her. We can do it together. What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
Heart or no heart, at least he still has a conscience.
Conscience?
You might not hear it, but right now it's loud and clear. And it's telling me you're on the wrong side!
Then you leave me no choice.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Jiminy, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I guess I'm okay.
Huh?
Well, while Pinocchio made a hearty recovery, it's time to take on the Parasite Cage for reals this time. And basically what's new to this Parasite Cage is basically the arena is covered in acid. If you touch this acid in the arena, you'll get poisoned. If you're poisoned, obviously your health will go down slowly, and it's not cool. Another new move that this Parasite Cage has is the ability to sort of bounce forward and sort of lunge at you with his feet. He'll also be sick on you, which is just disgusting. And whenever he gets sick on you, well, you'll get poisoned. So basically the poison is your absolute biggest enemy in this fight. Now you'll be fine for the most part as long as you can keep close to him and just use the same tactics last time. Every now and then he may get stunned, and when he gets stunned it'll be a dark purple thingy in his stomach. Wail on that until he gets stunned again from you hitting the dark purple thingy in his stomach, and you'll gain some health back as well. So yeah, for the most part, this boss fight is not much different from the original boss. You just need to really manage the poison status a lot, and you need to just try and stay as close to him without getting hit by his sick attack. If you get hit by the sick attack, well, you die. Of course, needless to say, Riku isn't helping you in this boss fight. Not that he did anything in the first one, mind you. So, yeah. Honestly, I really start to hate Riku around this point of the game. He redeems himself later on, I guess, but at this point of the game, it's just more of a nightmare. But aside from the bigger health bar, that's all there is to the boss. Anyway, we're almost done with this monstrous world. I can't believe it. I can't wait. Something interesting, something better to deal with, something new I can talk about that isn't a maze. Although I think the next world I'm going to is... Oh god, the next world I'm going to is going to be fun. I just realized what world it is. Okay, so that's going to be a maze. But your cue for whenever he's going to do his sick attack to poison you is basically when he puts his tentacle arms into the water. And stun. I'm getting some weird Japanese vibes out of this. But basically, when he puts his tentacle arms into the acid, he'll suck up the acid and throw it at you. That's your cue to sort of move out the way. Try and get behind him when he does that. That's the best way to sort of avoid his move. For the most part, though, that's all there is to the fight. He's going down quite easily. Of course, obviously, needless to say, if you're the higher level, you'll do more damage with your Keyblade, and if you have a better Keyblade at this point, which you could possibly have, you can do more damage to him than I am. Why am I still using the Jungle King? I like the range. My biggest problem with Kingdom Hearts 1, in particular, it's only really this Kingdom Hearts game I have this problem with, is I have a very bad habit of sort of missing my targets. I have a really bad habit of just being out of range whenever I'm trying to hit things. So that's why I'm trying to keep the Jungle King for as long as I can. Of course, I do go with different Keyblades later on, and better Keyblades, and you'll see. I even equip Keyblades for specific reasons, like a certain boss fight that I'm not looking forward to way late into the game. Anyway, come on, die already! You bloody parasite! Oh. It is actually true, that's why people hate parasites. They are a pain to get rid of. It goes well in games, and it goes well in real life too. It's interesting how that correlates. Anyway, over and done with. Bye bye Parasite Cage. We won.
Riku! Riku, where are you?
And with that, folks, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people, and I'll catch you all in the next part when we leave Monstro. This monstrosity of a level. Thanks for watching, people. See you next time. Bye!